Okay, my first graders, today for math, we're going to start on page 25. So get your Go Math book out and turn to page 25. All right, here we are on page 25. Remember, at any time, you can pause the video. Okay, sometimes I put out my pause card and work on the activities, okay, or maybe fix something that needs to be fixed. So today we're on 1.3. Okay, it says use circles or an eye tool. So we're going to use circles to model the problem. Draw a picture of your model. Write the numbers and addition sentence. All right, I'm going to read the problem to you. There are 2 red crayons and 3 yellow crayons. How many crayons are there? So we're going to go over here. Let me read that again. There are 2 red crayons. So we are going to put the number 2 in the blank. There's 2 red crayons and 3 yellow crayons. Let's put the number 3 here. Okay. How many crayons are there? Well, it tells us that we need to use our circles. So for the number 2, we make our 2 circles. For our number 3, we make our 3 circles. Okay. Then they show our addition sentence. 2, we can trace over this, plus, trace over your plus sign, 3 equals blank. Okay, so we're going to find the sum. So 2 plus 3. What we can do is we need to find out how many is this all together. So let's count our circles to find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. And there we have it. Our addition sentence is filled out. Now there's one more step in our word problem today. There are blank crayons. Well, how many crayons do we have altogether? What was the answer that we found? 5. We have 5 crayons altogether. So we're going to write the number 5. Okay, 2 plus 3 equals 5. There are 5 crayons. Okay, so we're going to be working on word problems today. Remember, when we do our word problems, we should be circling the numbers as we see them in the problem. That way it makes it easier for us to write our number sentence. So if you need to pause, you can. If not, we're turning the page. Put my book over here. Okay, we're going to look at this top problem. It says add to find how many books there are. So let's look at our word problem right here. Word problem is when they actually write the story out for us. We're going to circle our numbers as we come to them. So you might want your pencil ready. There are 2 small books. Ooh, what should we be circling? 2. Okay. There are 2 small books and 1 big book. So again, here's our other number, 1. We're going to circle that. How many books are there? So I'm going to read this one more time over. Word problems we often read more than one time. That way we circle our numbers, we know what numbers we're dealing with, and then we can think about our problem so that we know what we should do with our numbers. There are 2 small books and 1 big book. How many books are there? Okay, so if there's 2 small and 1 big, they are asking us when they say how many books are there, it means how many books are there all together. Okay, when we have problems that we're trying to figure out how many there are all together, it means we are adding. We're making a plus problem. So here they wrote out our problem for us, but let's just go over it because coming up soon we're going to be doing our own problems as well. All right, so there are 2 small books. So 2 is our first number. See how it was the first number we circled? So we're writing that down. They asked us how many all together. So that tells us it's a plus problem. So we put our plus sign in. We have 1 big book. So we're going to put our 1. So see how we used our numbers from our problem. They don't want us to make up our numbers. We use the numbers right here in our problem. Equals blank. So now we need to see how many there are. Well, we need to draw our circles, so we'll just trace over these. They're number 2, so we have 2 circles. 1, 2. Then we have one more circle. Okay, how many altogether? Well, when we want to know how many there are all together, we count them all. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 books. So I'm going to put my answer there. That's my sum, 3. And then again, it asks us blank books. Well, how many books are there? We counted 3 books. So the answer goes in there. Let's do another one together. Okay, so if you need to pause, you can. If not, we're going to keep going. Okay, look at number 1. It says use circles to solve. Draw to show your work. Write the number, sentence, and how many. So here's number 1. There are 4 red pencils. Circle the number 4. There are 4 red pencils and 2 green pencils. So we circle the number 2. We circle the numbers they give us in our problem. How many pencils are there? So let's read that one more time. There are 4 red pencils and 2 green pencils. How many pencils are there? Okay, so now we need to write out our problem. If they're asking us how many pencils are there, okay, and we have 4 and then we have 2, it means it's a plus problem. So we're going to write our number sentence on our addition sentence on the line. So let's see. First we had 4 red pencils. See how we are using the numbers from our problem. We said we're adding them because they want to know how many we have that are red and green. Okay, 2 green pencils. That's the other number in our problem. Then we need our equal sign. Okay, so 4 plus 2 equals something. Okay, to solve our problem, we need to make our circles. Okay, so we have a 4 here, so we need 4 circles on top. We have a 2 here, right? We're getting 2 more, so we need to draw 2 more circles. Okay, now we need to see how many do we have all together. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 pencils all together. Okay, 4 red plus 2 green equals 6. So then we need to fill in our answer at one more place. Blank pencils. Well, we found out they have 6 pencils. So 6 goes in here. So again, boys and girls, we read our problem, we circle our numbers, okay, we write our addition sentence, we make our circles. Okay, I'd like you to try number 2. I'm going to read it to you first, and then I want you to pause the video, and I'd like you to work on your problem. Right? There are 5 blue cups and 3 yellow cups. How many cups are there? So I'm going to read that one more time. Hopefully you were circling your numbers as I read it. There are 5 blue cups and 3 yellow cups. How many cups are there? Okay, pause the video because I want you to fill in your number sentence, okay, and your answer. Take a pause. Okay, now that we took our pause, let's see how you did. Well, hopefully the first thing you did was circle the 5 and circle the 3 because those were the numbers in our problem. We're adding, so we put 5 plus, don't forget that plus sign, 3 equals. Then you did your circles. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you added them all together. You counted all the circles, and that gave you 8. Okay, we had 8 cups. There's 8 cups, so you need your answer in both places. All right, very good. If you need to take a pause to fix something, you can. If not, we're going on to the next page right across here. Okay, now I'm going to read you number 5. Okay, circle your numbers as I read, and then you're going to work on this on your own. Okay, I'm going to read it to you, pause it, and then you're going to work on it. Okay, notice I skipped 3 and I skipped 4. Okay, sometimes we skip some of the numbers in our book because we also practice on our computer. There are 2 red flowers and 8 yellow flowers. How many flowers are there? Hopefully you circled your numbers. I'm going to read it one more time. There are 2 red flowers and 8 yellow flowers. How many flowers are there? All right, take a pause, work on this problem, then hit play. Okay, now that you paused, we're going to look at our answer for number 5. So hopefully you had circled 2 and you had circled 8. 2 red flowers plus 8 yellow flowers equals. So here's our circles, 2 for the number 2, 8 for the number 8. Okay, then I count them all together and it equals 10. But I'm not finished yet. I need to put it over here too. It equals 10 flowers. All right, if you need to pause, you can do that. I'm going to go on to number 6. Okay, again, math on the spot. So remember, this is also in Google Classroom if you want to look at it, the video. Think smarter. 4 girls and 4 boys run. Then 2 more children run. The same number of girls and boys run. How many of each run? Okay, so this is a little tricky. So I'm going to read this one more time and then we're going to solve it. 4 girls and 4 boys run. Then 2 more children run. The same number of girls and boys run. How many of each run? So we're going to draw this out. So let's see. I'm going to put a G for girl, and I'm going to put a B for boy, because we need to see how many girls and how many boys run. So first it tells us 4 girls and 4 boys run. So let's give girls 4 and boys 4. Okay, so 4 girls, 4 boys. Then 2 more children run. The same number of girls and boys run. So we need to add 2 more circles. But if we need to keep these rows the same, because the same amount of girls and the same amount of boys run, what do we do with our 2 circles? Here's my 2 circles. What do I do with those 2? Do I give them all to the girls? Do I give them all to the boys? Or do I need to give maybe 1 to the girls and 1 to the boys? Well, if I give both of these to the girls, that would mean the girls have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the boys only have 4. Is that the same? No. If I give these 2 to the boys, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 girls and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boys. Is that the same? No. So I can't give all of these to the girls and I can't give all of them to the boys. What about if I split them and I give 1 to the girls and 1 to the boys? Let's see if that works. Let's see. Here's 1 to the girls, 1 to the boys. So I used my 2. Let's see. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 girls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boys. Are they the same? Is 5 the same as 5, or is 5 equal 5? It is. It's the same number. So that works. There could be 5 girls that run and 5 boys that run. Okay, it's the same number. So again, you can look at that on Google Classroom. Okay, if you need to pause to catch up, go ahead. If not, we're turning the page. All right. So my first graders, we are skipping this top part, okay? And we're going to look down here at number 9, okay? It's our last word problem in our book. It says draw circles to solve. Write the number, sentence, and how many. So same as we did on the other page. I'm going to read it to you. I want you to circle your numbers, and then I'm going to have you solve it, okay? You're going to circle your numbers and then pause. There are 4 yellow apples and 4 red apples. How many apples are there? So make sure you circle your numbers. There are 4 yellow apples and 4 red apples. How many apples are there? Okay, so they want to know how many apples are there all together. Take a pause, fill it in, then hit play. All right, let's check our work. So we had 4 circled and 4 circled. So we can put our numbers in. 4 yellow apples plus 4 red apples equals blank. So let's do 4 yellow apples, and here's our 4 red apples. Okay, to find out, we have to count them all together. Well, if you counted all those circles, you have 8 apples. Okay, 8 circles, 8 apples. So they're blank apples. How many apples do they have? We have 8. All right, boys and girls, now you're going to go back on your computer and work on Personal Math Trainer, PMT 1.3. That goes along with our lessons for today. All right, thank you.